Jerry here, your coach, the Second Chance program. Welcome to the Rewire module. Welcome to Motivation. I want to call it Motivation 101. And basically, this is a core module that you're going to be needing to consume, in order for you to be able to get results. Okay, motivation is the word I hate the most. I hear this every single day. A lot of people talk to me on the phone, and they will be telling me, obviously the women tell me, I need motivation so I can get to the results, okay? So why is this a problem? The problem is that you get basically hit by motivation, such as you get hit by the flu, once in a while. You get motivated, you do some work, you see some results, and then as soon as you stop seeing results for a week, you lose motivation, and this is why chances are you've been doing that, before today, and you can see for yourself that, this motivation model to actually be able to keep up the work, it doesn't necessarily work, okay? Why it doesn't work is very simple, because here you have what it looks like, okay? Motivation is very, very high the first few weeks, as the work that is required for you to get results is very tiny, okay? The work gets more progressively high as you, want to see more results because your body get accustomed to that, and motivation pretty much get lower and lower as the week goes by because now, you stop seeing results for a while. Now, the thing that people do not understand that this is pretty normal, okay? But they don't have to have patience to keep up the work, and so as you run motivation, and by excitement, as soon as you don't see results, basically you stop seeing results, you stop motivation, and basically you stop working. Okay, now what is usually going to take this to the next level, and why some people are successful and some people are not, that successful people usually have two things. One, they develop habits. They're able to actually learn habits, and they're able to understand how to keep up with the work. The habits are very difficult on the bottom, right? In the beginning it's very, very hard, but then as you get accustomed to it and as you see some results, they get much progressively bigger, and obviously it's much progressively easier as well. Now, the people that are going to develop good habits and get some good results are usually the people that have a strong enough reason. Okay, so going to the reason, let's understand really why are you here. Okay, you must probably have a goal, right? A goal, and why is it important for you? Usually the goal is pretty much related to a pain. Okay, you want to look like one of this lady up here, but for most people, they know they want to look like that, but they don't never ask the question of why do you want to look like that. Okay, so why is it important for you to look like one of these ladies here, right? Could it be because you want to see your abdominal? Could it be you want to go back to your clothes? You want to look strong like a fighter. You want to get bikini ready. You just want to have more energy to play more with your kids. Whatever the case is, you must go one layer deeper and ask yourself, what does that mean for you? Okay, why do you want to get prettier? Why do you want to look more sexy, right? Is it because you're a perfectionist? Is it because other people are judging you, right? Is it because you don't necessarily look like you used to look before? Whatever the case is, it's always going to come down from, usually, most of the time, to confidence, self-love, security, and of course, energy and health itself, okay? So ask yourself, the first most important thing to do is asking yourself, why is it important for you? The coping mechanism of you not being where you are today is usually food, emotional eating, you feeling or having this identity that you're super busy or you're multitasking, you have no time to work out, or not being in control of your knowledge, or not knowing exactly what to do because you are overwhelmed by information, right? These usually are the coping mechanism. This is why, and what you use to pretend that you cannot get results and pretend that you cannot change, okay? So basically, as we dive deeper, it's like saying, basically, I'm not in control of my health. What I'm simply gonna do, I'm gonna take everything, all the dirt, and sweep it under the carpet, and basically think about this health thing another day. Okay, I'm gonna think about that tomorrow, and yet that tomorrow, as you know, never comes. Okay, you're waiting for motivation for this tomorrow to come. Okay, now when it comes to asking yourself the very meaningful question, and this, it's gonna sound cliche, it's gonna sound like something, that you hear all the time, but you must understand, first of all, what is confidence for you, and why, and what data do you have to say that confidence equal beauty, okay? all these ladies up here, they are very, very confident in what they look like. Some of them, they look, in certain standards. Some of them, for most people, would say, or at least like for most women, would say they're not on the standard, according to what they are. But they're very confident. They seem pretty happy. They seem, in tune with what they look like, right? So if you are looking something, on of that nature, of this kind of like ladies here, and you're not happy where you are, and you want to look like, for example, like another one, right? And you say to yourself, if I get there, I'm gonna get confidence, right? Then you're not allowing yourself to see health as a skill. You're allowing yourself, you're seeing health as a destination, right? And you're saying to yourself, if I do not get there in time, especially usually we say that if I wanna get, bikini ready by the summer, right? So if you do not get ready by that time, right, you're not gonna be happy, or you're not gonna be confident, right? So the first question you must ask yourself, why are you not confident, okay? What event into your life was responsible for you losing your confidence, okay? Are you comparing yourself to what did you look like before? Are you comparing yourself to somebody else? Did somebody mention or made you feel in a certain way, and now you feel like you cannot be confident, right? So the first step is asking yourself, why do you not love yourself enough? Why you're not confident enough? Why am I here? Okay, why is it important for me to look in a specific way? Because unfortunately enough, especially women will tend to kind of like measure stick, or kind of like put a benchmark on your level of body that you want, and you're gonna try to paint beauty according to what the standards are, right? But the worst thing of them all, that if you do not reach your standard, right, then you're not gonna be happy, okay? And like you will try to paint beauty from a place of frustration, from a place of sadness, from a place of negativity. And usually it's very hard to do that with health if you do not understand that you have to be happier today and you have to start loving yourself today. So if that is not clear enough, just go one layer deeper and say, okay, the first step is understanding how confident am I, okay? What is my next level? And I'm gonna allow myself to be happy today so that I can learn this health skill and we can get to the best version of myself, okay? From the place of happiness, from a place of love, okay? Now, if your reason is usually deep enough, you will learn how to build habits and you will get to that next level that I'm talking about, okay? And this is why we can only help a few amounts of people, at a time, but a few amounts of people that are actually ready to change. I've been doing, I've been in the fitness industry for 20 years, and I've been doing one-to-one or personal training, one-to-many in groups. And now we shifted online, and I basically found a way to actually be able to help those women that are actually ready to change, okay? That deep enough reason, there is two things you're gonna have to learn, okay? And this is always fascinating to me, okay? This is a very good analogy. This is the earth, and as you can see, the external part of the earth. Then there is the mantle that stays inside, and there is the rock, and then the mantle, the inner part. And it's so fascinating, like how small is the inner part, but is responsible for about 85% of the weight of the earth, okay? So that is a good analogy to say that if you do not go deep enough with your reason, right? If your reason is not meaningful enough of you wanting to change, if you don't have a compelling, argument with yourself, such as, an event that happened into your life, or you currently being in a bad place, or currently experiencing a lot of pain, you will not be able to physically change, because like you might physically change in terms of body, but you will not be able to make this health change, this lifestyle change that you need to become a different person, okay? You literally need to become a different person with different routines, with different habits, with different mindset. And of course, the strategy to get you there physically is the easiest thing you have to do, okay? But this is why and how you learn about not, relying on motivation so much. Perspective is life, okay? If your reason is strong enough, you're gonna get it done. Just imagine now walking into this room. Let's say this is a 3D room, but let's imagine this taking life, and you see, let's place this like it's almost like a theater or something, right? And if you are secure of yourself, if you are a secure person, a confident person, you walk in there. There is a bunch of people in there. You have to imagine that. let's say that they turn around watching you, and if you are secure of yourself, you would say, wow, how many, wonderful people I can meet, right? Now, if you're insecure of yourself, if you're not confident that you have a few extra kilo on you, you walk in here, and as they turn, you would say, oh my God, like, are they watching my, my belly? Are they watching my cellulitis? What are they watching for, right? I mean, like, you start asking yourself, you've been watched, you start asking yourself, what's wrong with them? I mean, why are they watching me, right? So two different perspectives, a secure person and an insecure person. So you need to really find what is the problem that you're experiencing right now in your life. And if this problem is big enough, right, you will change automatically. Like, the way that you will change, we will basically give you the key to change. But basically, you will choose that you can no longer stay in the place that you are right now. You must get a better state. You have one woman here, 3 different faces. If you if you feel good with yourself, right? You are in a good place. If you're not, you must get a better state so you can start telling yourself better stories, so you can have more clarity, and so you can have more certainty, because out of a place of certainty, you will take action, and the only way for you to get results is repeated action every single day. The second thing you must work with, okay, is perception. You must turn what you feel like is hard into easy thing. How many times I heard, I want to change, but I cannot change. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time for this. This looks too difficult. I do not handle, counting calories. And now, if you learn how that a hard thing can become easy, it's all about perception, right? Like, this cat can see himself or herself like a tiger. If you believe that you can do it, it is no longer something hard, okay? And this is the second way of you not relying on motivation. The one thing you're gonna learn is actually pain is positive, okay? Not physical pain, but the pain that you're gonna have to endure, and you probably endure before today, of you trying different things, nothing seemed to work, it's something that makes you grow, okay? Now, the difference between you being on your own and trying different things without any knowledge and, being very frustrated of not seeing results, you will see that in about a week or two into this program, you will see your first results, and you will understand that that's you're in a very good place. But yet, you're going to find obstacle in the way. You're going to find, roadblocks in front. And in the past, chances are that if you're here, because otherwise you wouldn't be, if you're here, you found this roadblock, and instead of going through the roadblock, you kind of like stopped, and you say, okay, cool, I'm gonna try the next program, okay? And then you try the next program for about a few weeks, you find the first roadblock, and you try the next program. So this mindset of you stopping all the time and, taking your problem to another program and then another problem into another program, that is something that has to do with you. It's nothing to do with the program. So you need to deal with pain, and you need to grow from it. And how do you deal with pain? It's basically with something very simple, but something that you're gonna know and learn how to be consistent with is the daily work, okay? You will start rating yourself, and you will see health as a skill that you need to improve from and getting better. Out of a 10 out of 10 ratings, you will start with probably 2 or 3 out of 10, and you basically need to get to 10 out of 10 on everything. You need to create space, you need to walk, you need to meditate, you need to work out, you need to create discipline, you need to plan, you need to learn how to plan, and everything, it should be rated out of a 10, okay? You need to create harmony with yourself, you need to create, better relationship with your friends, probably more love, probably better relationship with your partners, and everything you're really supposed to be related. And basically, perceptive, right? Perception, everything is perception, and you will need to create state and learn how to make the right choices and learn how to keep a positive state of mind. This is basically the most important one. If you have that right, or that lower quadrant over here, you're probably gonna get the other one better every single day, okay? Why, this is also why, things in fitness never works. Because as you see, all this solution that we are exposed to on a daily basis, we basically deal with supplements, we deal with fitness apps, we have ebooks, unlimited, even for free sometimes, you have personal trainer. Everything is basically, service-based and information-based. There is no outcome-based, okay? Nobody holds you accountable that you must change so that you can see results. Everything, you know, everybody's telling you, no, we're coming here to save you, okay? Just get these supplements and then you're gonna lose weight. Just get this app, and this is kind of like the solution. Oh, take my 14 weeks exercise program plus nutrition plan. This is your solution. This is what is missing, right? Or come with a trainer. You know, the service we're gonna be giving you is much better, right? So you're gonna get to the next level. Nothing is outcome based. Nothing is on you, basically, right? If you do not achieve results today, it's not because you don't have the information. Like, you could have found this in YouTube for free, these things that I just listed here, and you could have tried, you know, thousands of times. Maybe you did, but for some reason you do not find a way to do the work. You do not find a way to keep consistent. You do not find a way to with certainty to know that you're doing the right things. You do not find a way to be on the problem, to when you see a problem, to see this problem as a challenge. You see it as a problem and you stop, right? This is why you don't get results, because your body is gonna ask to do the right things for about a month or 2 or 3 before showing you a consistent results, and you do not have the will, the patience, and the backbone to get there. Okay, this is why you haven't got the results so far, for the most part. Okay, so this is why people do not have results. So the solution is very simple. You know, when your expectation that you expect do not meet the reality, okay, you're gonna rely on instant gratification. You're gonna look for the short-term results, and you're gonna go from quick fix to quick fix to quick fix, from diet to diet to diet. Instead, if you learn about delaying your gratification, if you learn about building a lifestyle, and if you take time plus consistent work with somebody professional that knows what they're doing, chances are you're gonna be able to go from 50% to 15%. It's gonna require time, diligence, you know, but it's going to happen, you know, but with the knowledge that you need to understand that, you know, expectation and reality, you know, cannot be mismatched. Okay, you need to understand that it takes time. This is usually what happens, you know, when you're not aligned with your expectation. People expect results. They start with 75 kilo. A first week in or a couple of weeks in, they lose, you know, maybe a couple of kilo. Then, you know, they let themselves go again. They go out and drink. Maybe they have some dinners, right? They take back a few kilo. They let themselves go again. They go back almost to 74. They realize that is wrong. So, you know, let's go into another, you know, quick fix. Okay, let's try to do another diet for about a week or 2. Cut the calorie, you know, usually very aggressively. You go down, lose a few kilo, mostly water, probably mostly muscle, and then you let yourself go again. You know, this vicious cycle goes and goes and goes until you end up, after 10 weeks, being 1 kilo heavier, okay, than you started with, okay? Usually 95% of the people, by the way, when they achieve a results from a month time to a year time, they get everything back. This is because, again, they do not learn how to build habits, and they do not learn that in order for you to actually get a results, you need to sacrifice a little bit. You must see health as a skill, ladies, okay? So if you see health as a skill, you're on the right place. You have the right tools to actually succeed. When you go and learn tango or salsa, when you go and learn, you know, ice skating, when you play an instrument, you do not get good right away. You take time, okay? But for some reason, when it comes to cardio conditioning, when it comes to going to the gym, everybody wants the results in a few weeks, okay? So you must see a skill. Health has a skill like in everything else, okay? You're going to enjoy it as you go. You're going to enjoy it as you get better, okay? This is why you must take time with it, and this is why that you cannot come in and say, I'm going to be ready in 3 weeks or in a couple of months for the summer so I can get confidence. No, whether or not you are confident today, you need to accept the fact that you must be okay with what you look like so that you're gonna be 100% confident, right? You know, when you're gonna be ready, okay? Quickness is the biggest problem, you know, when it comes to health, because it doesn't allow you to try things, it doesn't allow you to get better, and it doesn't allow you to practice. This is usually the trajectory people expect, okay? They expect trajectory such as, let's do this diet, let's try this particular solution, and you know, this is what I need for me. I need something detailed. This is what I need, some workouts, some supplements, maybe EMS, paleo diet, whatever, right? And this is gonna take me to the results because I heard it's like that, okay? This is the real trajectory. You're going to need something such as, gym or weight work plus some cardio conditioning and plus some good awareness of food. If you have bad habits like eating pizza, you want to take some of these habits out. You don't want to cut them off completely. You want to keep a slice of pizza. You want to learn, the amount of a slice of pizza, calorie-wise, macro-wise. You're going to learn, portion control. You're going to learn awareness, how to compare food in a way that you can maintain those changes, instead of just saying, I want to cut off this and I want to cut off that. I heard that that's better, okay? No, this is actually how you want to see it. Now, the one trajectory you never see is the one that you create for yourself, okay? The one that you say to yourself, all these obstacles that people put themselves in front of them, such as no time, such as stress, such as not, body not reacting, right? Going to vacation, right? So all these things that you put yourself in front of you are the one thing that is going to slow you down. Now, if you're able to deal with those things correctly, if you say, okay, I don't have time, let's learn how to make more time, okay? I'm stressed, let's learn how can I get less stress so I can keep going. This is going to be the successful person. Now, if you say, I'm stressed, today I'm not going to work out because I'm stressed, or I don't have time, this is how you get to stop, because then the expectation do not match the reality, and then you kind of ask me or ask, a coach to actually give you motivation to continue, okay? So it's not about motivation, it's about you conditioning yourself to get better and, stop making excuses and stop putting roadblocks in front of your mind, right? Because this is something that you put yourself in front, but it's something that you do not, basically this is something that is not existing, okay? It's something, almost intangible. It's something, invisible. They are there, but you're invisible, okay? No time. No, everybody has 24 hours. Like, how are you not gonna have time, right? Stress. You are stressed, is existing, right? But you cannot find a way to create less stress. So you need to actually master those things. If you're gonna learn how to do that, you're gonna learn how to make habits, okay? Very difficult in the beginning, but much easier as you get, moving forward. And as you get better, you learn that, the habits are the one thing that is actually giving you the results that you need, okay? So habits building is what you're gonna be learning inside this program a lot, okay? The way that you create habits is basically usually takes 30 days, basically, at least that's what they research said, okay? So you basically take the habits you have. You want to make a decision whether or not those are good habits or bad habits, such as drinking a lot, for example, bad habits. You want to be replacing and improving. You want to take off the bad one and improve some good one, but basically, refining habits, not taking completely off the alcohol. You just go from 10 drinks to 2 drinks, and you become aware, and the most important thing is taking ownership, okay? So not blaming other things not working, but basically taking ownership and saying, okay, I've been drinking, right? I know that that's gonna slow me down, but I'm still prefer to do that in compared to completely take it off and get then very reactive to other people doing it. Okay, so building a habit, the first 10 days are gonna be difficult and uncomfortable. As you get disciplined, the second 10 days usually it's gonna become much easier, and you're gonna start seeing the value of it. And usually the last 10 days, from 20 to 30, is usually when you start seeing the magic, because you're almost like not missing what you kind of like leaving off, okay? And if you can actually master 3 months of it, now you master these habits, and you should not lose these habits in the future anymore. This is what is being shown by research, okay? And if you do that, this is what you're gonna see. What's much slower of a progress, but in the time frame of 9 weeks, you will go down from 75 to almost maybe something like 65 or 67 or 69, whatever the case might be, but you're going to have the tool to actually hold on to these changes and not lose these results anymore. In the second chance program, as you're going to see in the next few modules here, we're going to do that with you, okay? So if you have an identity-based problem, meaning like if you do not know and you keep telling yourself you're going to fail, you're going to learn about the code. You're going to learn about this rule or code belief that you must ingrain into yourself to hardwire you positively to actually do the work every single day. If you have a lack of knowledge or strategy base, you're going to understand that there is not one strategy, there is only one strategy that works for you. So you're going to find a level of nutrition you enjoy. You're going to find, the right workout for you. You're going to have the milestones that you're going to have to complete every single week so that you can see our results. And based on the results and the feedback you're giving us, we're going to be there to adjust adjust things for you, okay? Now, this is only 2/3 of the equation. The most important one, I would say, is the coach on the other side and the environment, okay? If you have lack of motivation or lack of community, you're gonna have a tribe of women, you know, going on the same direction such as yourself, posting every single day. You know, be ready on the other side to pick you up when you fall down. So if you're gonna fall, you're gonna fall forward. If you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail forward, because like you're gonna find at least one woman, okay, that is gonna have the same problem such as you, that experienced that before, and they know how to actually say, okay, cool, I did that before you, right? So let's just keep going, okay? And this is part of you becoming, you know, better, of you creating character, of you actually saying, if they can do it, I can do it too. And you're gonna find a way, or you're gonna see how this community is gonna help you, you know, to get to the next level, because this is basically the equation you need. The right strategy, hardwired in your brain to actually say, yes, I'm gonna be better, you know, I'm gonna, rule number 1, for example, or rule number 2, I'm impeccable with my word. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, out of character, okay? And the last part, of course, the environment. If you surround yourself with people that are drug addicts, chances are you might try some drugs one day. If you surround yourself with people that goes to McDonald's, chances are you will go to McDonald's. If you surround yourself with people, you know, and this is a good figure of speech, it's like scaling a mountain with you, right? I feel like to get healthy, we're gonna scale a mountain together, right? And you know, if you surround yourself with healthy people, right, you will think about health. Okay, so this is the model, and this is why it's been working so well, you know, until now. You must learn how to learn. Okay, a lot of people come in asking me for strategy, for, you know, diets, for workout. Basically, instead of that, you must really understand, you know, that you will need to basically create, forget about, you know, diet and the cardio. You will need to create structure on the bottom. Okay, so you will need to create discipline and mental cognition, the ability to problem solve, and of course the awareness on the bottom before you start learning about the workout, and before you start learning the, you know, the processes like the cardio, and before you start mastering that. If you do not understand why you're here and why is it important for you, getting the diet is simply gonna change, is simply gonna make you lose a few kilo, and then when you're there, you don't even know why you want to keep it. Okay, so you do need to learn everything else: mental awareness, mental cognition, discipline, and then yes, then you can go to the strategies. Okay, and how do you know how do you learn how to learn? Is very, very simple. You're going to need to ask you a few important questions. So why do I need to achieve? Okay, what do I need to achieve? What does it need to happen in order for me to achieve that? Okay, what daily action must I take in order for this to happen? And basically, you're looking for 3 things: the processes, right? The process, the strategy, and the knowledge base. Okay, you learn based on the knowledge you already have. Okay, the strategy you will apply, right? And the process is only about getting the strategy better. Okay, these are the crucial questions you must ask yourself. And of course, there is only one way for you to see if something works. You must try, you must fail, and you must try again. Okay, so test and feedback. Ladies, hopefully this core module of the motivation is important, and hopefully now you know that you cannot see motivation as the kind of like driving force for you. You need to have a driving force, and then you must adjust motivation by doing the daily work. So it's gonna allow you to see some results, and so you're gonna keep motivation instead of asking to get motivated. Hopefully this helped, and we are looking forward to coaching you.